I used to think online dating was harmless. I'm 29F, and after a string of failed relationships, I decided to give it a try. After swiping through countless profiles, I matched with a guy named Alex, 32M. He seemed perfect, handsome, charming, and shared my love for hiking and traveling. We chatted for weeks, and I started to really like him. But what seemed like a dream match quickly turned into a nightmare. Our conversations were fun at first, but then Alex started asking odd questions. He wanted to know everything about my daily routine. When I woke up, where I worked, what time I got home. I figured he was just being interested, so I didn't think much of it. But then, things got weirder. He started showing up at places I mentioned in passing, like the coffee shop I went to every morning. At first, I thought it was a coincidence, but it kept happening. Once he even showed up outside my apartment claiming he was just in the neighborhood. It creeped me out, but I didn't want to overreact, so I kept talking to him, trying to convince myself that it was nothing. One night, I got a text from him saying he was outside and wanted to hang out. I hadn't told him where I lived, and I hadn't seen him in person before, so I was freaked out. I texted back asking how he knew where I lived, but he didn't answer. Instead, I heard a knock on my door. My heart pounded as I looked through the peephole. There was no one there. I texted Alex telling him this wasn't funny and I didn't want to see him anymore. That's when I got the reply that made my blood run cold. "You're not home alone, are you?" Terrified, I ran to my bedroom and locked the door. I could hear someone moving around in my apartment. Footsteps, doors opening and closing. I called the police, trying to stay as quiet as possible. The operator told me to stay on the line until officers arrived. Minutes felt like hours as I sat there listening to the intruder moving through my home. Finally, I heard the police banging on my front door. The noises stopped, and I rushed out of the bedroom to let them in. The police searched my apartment but didn't find anyone. There was no sign of forced entry, and nothing was missing. It was like whoever had been there had vanished. They told me to change my locks and be more careful about who I talked to online. I tried to explain about Alex, but when they checked, his profile was gone, completely wiped from the app. It was like he never existed. I moved out of that apartment the next day, staying with friends until I could find a new place. But the feeling of being watched never left me. Even now, in a different city, with a new job and a new number, I can't shake the feeling that he's still out there, somewhere, watching.